In the heart of our cities, banks stand as a symbol of stability. We are all taught so many different things about why we should use banks to house our money, how we can grow our money using banks. But what we're never taught is how banks are actually using our money and how unstable banks can really be. In today's economy, we are seeing day in and day out, banks are closing. And not to mention, banks are subjects or part of large lawsuits. Today, we're going to talk about why we should not put our money in banks. Sounds crazy, right? Let's get right into it. Just to dive right into it, money makers, the very first reason why we should not put our money in banks, because we have a distrust in financial institutions. Some people may have a distrust because of past relationships or past experiences or negative experiences. Now, those experiences could be anything from unfair practices to fees or poor operations of the financial institution. Let's face it, guys, there's also a fear of bank failure. Many of the banks in today's economy are struggling to keep customers happy. In order to make money, they are definitely doing some unsafe practices, which put them at risk of possible failure and closure. All of these things will definitely lead you to think about bank failure and losing all of your life savings. That could be devastating, and another reason why you should not put your money in a bank. The fact that many people want to have direct access to their money at all times is a reason why you wouldn't put your money in the bank. If you believe that you need access 24/7, 365, then you definitely don't want to place your money in a bank, because the likelihood of you being able to access that money whenever you want to is very slim. There's always going to be a process, and also you will not be able to get all of your money at one given time. So this is another reason why you potentially don't want to put your money in a bank. Avoiding fees is another reason why you don't put your money in the bank, because there will be fees. There are maintenance fees, there are operation fees, there are minimum requirement fees. You will incur fees if you don't walk a very fine line. This alone could be very daunting if by chance you don't know exactly how much you're going to have, or if you don't have a normal cadence of money being added to your account. Privacy concerns. Many people don't want everyone having access to their information about their financial status and their assets. If this is one of the things that plague you the most, then by all means, do not put your money in the bank, because there will be a record that will be reported to the federal government regarding your finances. Favoritism. We don't want to talk about it, but yes, let's face it, there is favoritism as it pertains to banks. Many banks are in the midst of huge lawsuits right now because they are showing favoritism to one subset of people versus the other. They're not making their resources or their programs available to all consumers. This is a huge problem in banking, and another reason why you would not want to put your money in a bank. Lack of financial literacy. One of the things that we lack in the United States education system, especially in the elementary, middle, and high school, there are very few classes about financial literacy being taught. It's not mandatory, so it's not being taught. That leads to young adults that don't have a clue as it pertains to literacy. This is a reason why people don't go to banks, or they shouldn't put their money in a bank, because you don't understand all the things that you're signing up for. There are also underbanked populations. There are people in not just the United States, but abroad and around the world globally that don't have quick access to a bank. A bank is not near or within walking distance, or they just don't have access to the bank. They can't get there for whatever reason. But this is a huge reason why people don't or shouldn't put their money in a bank, because you can't get your money when you like to. And last but not least, and very important, interest rates and inflation. The return on your investment will be very low. I mean, extremely low when you put your money in a bank with hopes of growing your money. there's a huge likelihood that you will move at a snail's pace in terms of growing your money. Because there is such a poor return on the money that you invest by way of savings or checking, that it is another reason why you should not put your money in the bank. Moneymakers, I understand that we have been taught to use banks, but we also have been taught to use wisdom. All I'm saying here is there are just as many reasons why you should not use a bank as why you should. I want to encourage you to find those investment opportunities that will give you the type of flexibility that you need as it pertains to your finances. I hope this has been helpful for you, and it's also started you thinking about where's the best place to place your money. If you have other reasons why you think we should not possibly place our money in banks, by all means, place them here. Also, be on the lookout for videos that tell you the great places that you can actually place your money. Although there are no true safe havens, there are places that have less risk with greater return on your investment. Until next time.